All right, welcome back to Hannity. Now, before we call it a night, we get some closing thoughts from a studio audience. Now, you're doing stand-up this weekend?
I am.
Do I dare? All right. Is your first time ever?
My first time ever.
You want to stand up and tell a joke?
Can I tell? What should I tell?
No, you can't tell the ones you told. No. If you tell that, I will bear the brunt of the heat from that. But
I'll tell a Fox News joke. It's a good one. I won't get fired.
No.
I won't get fired.
No, I don't want to risk it. All right, now, let's go back to... All right, you wanted to weigh in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick point. You know, there was a Cash for Kids scandal in Pennsylvania where two judges were prosecuted in regards to pay to play with sort of putting kids in prison for money. I'm looking at this case that we just talked about in Dallas, and I think that there's some issues there. We need to relook at our criminal justice system and be sure that you can't. But, you know, this is a real serious issue, and I know Democrats and Republicans should be able to agree on how we're going to look at our criminal justice system.
I think we should talk more about Chris's love of contraception.
Who said that?
I did. Look,
go ahead, Chris.
I think, Amy, that people should have recreational activities that are affordable. And I think giving free contraception gives people the opportunity to have it. And guess what? You don't have to have abortions if you have contraception. And you don't have children on welfare if you have contraception. So make contraception available all the time, everywhere. It should be in jars when you walk into buildings on the streets.
Yeah, talk about raising our kids, though, right? Is that what you want your kids to see?
Can I ask you a question? Chris, I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal. You liberals are very generous, very giving, very generous, usually with other people's money. I'll tell you what, why don't you and all your liberal friends that want birth control paid for other people, why don't you pay for it and let other people not pay for it?
Well,
how's that?
I do pay for my own, so you don't have to worry about many Hans running around.
Why do you want me to? Why should any? Listen, I'm going to be a little crude here. Nobody else here is having that sex. Why should they pay for it?
How do you know?
Hey, look, Sean, they're having
they're not paying for the birth control.
You're peeping Sean, and you're looking in the bed.
I'm saying you want people to pay for other people's birth control pills.
Why do insurance companies have to pay for our Little Sisters of the Poor are a group of nuns in 30 cities across this country. They are suing Kathleen Sebelius because they don't think they should pay for Sandra Fluke's birth control or Chris's.
Why
or anybody else. Why should they have to pay for Chris's birth control? I don't get it.
Does anybody support that the nun group? What's the name? Little Sisters of the Poor. Should they pay for Chris Hahn's birth control?
Celibacy and poverty. I'm thinking they shouldn't have to pay. I'm just saying.
Accountability.
Yeah.
I think the common theme here is that everybody wants good health care for as many Americans as possible, right? But we're also realizing, and I think we've all come to it from a different point of view, that only the individual can own and control those dollars as best they can. The government is never going to. We can't even satisfy a panel of 25 people. Can you imagine trying to satisfy the values of the entire country?
So when you look at it, now Planned Parenthood is a navigator of Obamacare funds.
Right.
Red flag. If they did their job and they say prevention is what they're doing, then why do we have to continue paying for birth control? Why is there more abortion rates? They're higher than they've ever been. If prevention was
There's no accountability.
They're not down.
Sean, if we're serious about that we want to reduce the number of abortions that we have in this country, can't the very least we all agree with that access to contraception should be widely available?
Amen.
If that's what we want,
I agree.
I think we can all agree with.
Wait a second. I agree. When's the last time you've been into a CVS, Rite Aid, or a drugstore? Because they have entire sections. You know what? Go pick what you want.
You know what?
And you pay for it.
You know what? I'm fine. I'm responsible. But there are lots of other people out there who are not similarly situated.
You know what? That's the problem. We're not a responsible society anymore. You hit your head on the problem. Yeah. Arlene, go ahead.
I make a deal.
This is the life of Julia. Government, cradle to grave, government's going to take care of you. Government's going to provide what they think you need. I think that this is not the way that health insurance should be organized, and you shouldn't mandate benefits. What is mandating benefits?
Liz, why are you making a face?
Skyrocketing premiums.
I just think we're getting this whole conversation wrong because 6 out of 10 women report taking birth control, not just for family planning, but for health reasons.
Why do we have to pay for yours?
Yeah, and 99% of women will at some point take birth control. So even in this room,
Every issue. Every issue we talked about.
The problem is when we get on this slippery slope of we shouldn't cover something because not everyone believes in it. Okay, so you might not believe in vaccinating your children. Should we not cover vaccinations? You might not believe in the HPV vaccine, which is instrumental.
Choice behavior, though.
The HPV vaccine is instrumental to preventing.
Do I have to pay for somebody's marijuana?
For everyone.
We've talked about today comes down to accountability.
To deal with you.
All right. Listen, hey, give yourselves a big hand. You've been great. This has been a fun hour. I appreciate it. That's all the time we have left. Let not your heart be troubled. Don't forget, start each weekday morning with Fox and Friends 5 to 9. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.